What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I think my banner shrunk in the wash. It is what it is. Let's talk about this incoming banner. This is real quick. There's only really 2 units here, and we've talked about them pretty much ad nauseum at this point, so we're just going to do a brief overview, but we're going to talk in depth about their skills, okay? So as you already know, I'm not too impressed by their HP. Their HP is kind of eh. Both are physical units. Physical attack here on Anakitty is 2076. Agility is amazing, actually. 1171 ain't great, but wait till you see what her skills do. Dex is alright. Endurance is okay. If we jump over here to Line, she's very similar. Her physical attack's pretty good. HP is kind of bad. Defense is actually better on her, but her agility kind of suffers for it a little bit. But let's really just, like I said, dive into the skills, because Anakitty, I think, is a really interesting unit here. Okay, so skill 1 with Anakitty is Strength, Magic, Agility down 35%. Remember, that is going to be a really, really, really useful skill when it comes to Wargame. Now, it is not a fast skill, so it's not going to be the quickest skill to get off. But when you do, it's going to be a nice debuff to apply to your enemy. She also gives herself Earth attack damage plus 70% for 3 turns. It's a big buff. And 3 additional actions mid, not low, mid-Earth physical attack. So that means turn 2, that second attack she does is going to be a mid-attack instead of a low attack. Skill 2, 51 MP cost. First one's 52 MP cost. MP cost in these really isn't a huge factor. Foes, plural, fast, high Earth physical attack with high penetration rate. Earth resist down 40%, another really good sack skill that she has. And self, strength, and agility, 60%. Now, this is worth noting. After you do skill 2, every attack from this point on is pretty much guaranteed to be the first attack that you're going to get off on your team, so at least for the time being. That might change in the future, but for right now, I don't think there's anybody that can beat her. With 60% agility on top of her passive 35% agility, I don't think there's anybody right now in the game. I could be wrong, but I don't think there's anybody that's actually faster than this unit. And her skill 2, if you spam that, is a fast attack. Now, it is only a high attack, it's not a super attack. It is what it is, but it is a great attack. And remember, you're doubling up attacks because for 3 turns after 1, that means turns 2, 3, and 4, you're going to get an extra attack. It's going to feel good. She's really substantial in that regard. Not groundbreaking, mind you, but really good and a fast unit. Okay? Now, only fast turns 3 and later. I do want to emphasize that. Now, skill 3, foe singular, high Earth physical attack with ultra unguard rate. Here's where she gets interesting. 60% skill damage per each Earth resistance debuff on the target. So, that means when she hits somebody, she's going to debuff their Earth resistance 40% with skill 2. You should also have somebody on the team that debuffs Earth resistance on the assist side, so that becomes a 120% hit. She will be not just useful, but fairly substantial in single target skills. So, if you're looking for a single target Earth unit, she's not going to be like an SA monster, but she'll be good support for your Earth physical teams. Very, very, very solid unit. Now, it is worth noting, all these units are non-time limited, so if you don't go crazy for them now, you can get them later. Her SA is a little lackluster, if I'm honest. Ultra Earth physical attack with ultra penetration rate plus 20% per strength, magic, and agility buff on the target. In fact, now that we have details on Familia Rush, let me pull that up real quick here. I'm curious. I'm honestly curious if that is, because normally, these are like designed for that exact purpose. Now, obviously, Familia Rush kicks off tomorrow. Let's see here. So, enemy number 1 removes strength and magic buffs and buffs single target resistance. Enemy number 2, let's see. Enemy number 2 taunts, sleep, allies, buff single target damage reduction, and taunts enemy. Skill 3, let's see. So actually, it doesn't look like this is even going to be a factor here, if I'm seeing this right. Now, I could be wrong, but it does not seem like this is going to be a big factor. And in fact, hilariously, It doesn't even look like... Yeah. Okay, Aqua Killer is effective on skill 2 and 1. Enemy number 3, Phantasma Killer is effective. So she's interesting. She's not really mandatory for this. Because the nice thing, the thing that interests me here. So, penetration rate plus 20%, or I'm sorry, ultra penetration rate, 20% damage per strength, magic, and agility buff on the target. So, if your target has strength, magic, and agility buffed, you're going to get a 60% damage increase. Now, that is not going to be groundbreaking. In fact, most people, when they look at that, are going to go, oh, why did I bother? This could be substantial in Familia Wargame or even Wargame proper if you get into the later matches, but you really got to get SA off, and it's just, there's not going to be a big payoff for this. So I hate to say it, I think, honestly, my recommendation would probably be maybe get like 1, if that, for like the collection purposes. I think she's going to be good on like a select number of teams, but don't think she's going to be groundbreaking. I really feel like she's going to be a tougher unit to use, an interesting unit nonetheless. But the more I'm really digesting this, I think you could probably pass on this banner. Honestly, I hate to say that, but and a lot of people are going to breathe a sigh of relief for me saying this. Okay, she is going to be good for what she's good at, and don't be like shocked when you see her on teams for Familia Rush and Wrecker Buster and all that stuff coming forward. But I really kind of feel like she's going to be a kind of like flash in the pan character. She's not really going to have any like real sticking power, if I'm completely honest here. That SA leaves a lot to be desired. Her skill 3 is fantastic, but all of her speed kind of comes in late game, you know? So, I don't know, guys. I'm going to get 1, I think, and then just walk away. I think this is a pretty easy skip banner. And the reason I say that, if we go over here to Line, now Line's best thing she's got for her is skill 3. It's a fast skill. Strength, magic, and earth attack damage plus 35%. Taunt and sleep resist plus 100%. That's going to be a great sack skill for somebody. Great sack skill, especially in Wargame. But here's the deal. Most sack units these days, you want at like a really low level because you kind of want them to like show up and then leave. And there are ways around that, but if I'm completely frank here, I'm completely honest, the only way you're going to get skill 3 off is to get her at level 60 or greater. Okay? Now, skill 1, high earth physical attack with ultra on guard rate and temporary strength boost and guard rate, physical resist, and magic resist down 30%. That's going to be really good in Wargames. So that's another great sack skill she's got. But that is not really going to be a standalone skill for this unit. Everything Line does is all about coming in, doing one thing, and then getting the heck out of the way. Skill 2 is a faux singular super earth physical attack, ultra and guard rate, and temporary great strength boost. But because that literally is a normal skill 3 thing at skill 2, because what they want to do is they want to make sure you get her up to level 60, and it just kind of negates a lot of the reasons that we use this unit. Honestly, it really does. Her SA isn't really going to be anything here to write home about. It might be fun for the next little bit, but I'm willing to bet. And I don't think we have any units that do earth attack damage 100%, but when we get that, you are just going to completely disregard this unit. And we should get one of those really soon. Probably during December at the very latest. I think December is probably when I expect to see that. And it will most likely be a time-limited unit. But foes plural, ultra earth physical attack with temporary great strength boost, ally strength, magic, and earth attack damage 75% is going to be good for now and quickly. And I do mean quickly, kind of dissipate into the background when our 100% unit drops. I don't think there is one in the game. I could be wrong on that. Somebody definitely let me know in the comment section if I am wrong. I don't recollect, but I think Earth hasn't received it yet, and I kind of suspect they're going to receive one in December. Traditionally, there's a lot of Earth units that drop then. So you've got like 2 months to wait for a unit that's going to blow this out of the water and will probably be time limited and will probably be significantly better. So honestly, my 2 cents, save guys. Probably don't hit this banner. Unless you're a whale. Me, personally, I'm probably just going to not summon and save for whatever's coming next. I kind of think we're going to get a rerun or something really cool. Or there's something coming down the pike I kind of feel like is going to be way better than anything this is. But that's my 2 cents. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like, comment, share. Save that free-to-play Iris, and we'll find something really cool to summon on here in the very near future.